again. Thanks for joining me today. Uh, Hope you've been having a successful time at life. As a matter of fact, I want to talk to you today about success. And I'm going to be talking about a story about another woman, my very own daughter. When I was raising my family, um, we used to meet at the table and read books right after dinner, actually. And one of the books that we studied was Success Through a Positive Mental Attitude. And that book had a lot of interesting things to say about success. The reason why I chose that book for reading is because that's the book that helped me as a teenager plan my life and develop attitudes and behaviors that it will take to be successful at life. I have been self-employed all my life, or most of my life. I've owned several companies. I had a company that I built at where I had employed 14 full-time staff. And it was a fun thing. It took a long time to build a company. It took me about 7 years of work to build a company. I used to sleep 2 hours in the afternoon and 2 hours at night building this company. And it took 7 years, as I said, and when I got there I was happy to get there. But the principle of success is very simple when you have a goal. You know, success is achieved and maintained as you try and keep on trying. You lose nothing if you try, you gain a lot when you succeed. And in life, all the lessons that you learn in life from failing is really lessons to help you succeed. Was it Emerson that invented the light bulbs and he tried 10,000 times? He got it wrong 10,000 times until he finally got it right. And asked the question, why didn't you give up? He said, I keep learning the ways not to do it until I finally learn the way to do it. And in life, that's what experiences are about. There's no such thing as failure at all. There's experience that you have to learn from and grow from and mature from. And as you are faced with these experiences that cause you to look in the mirror and say, gee, I'm not getting this right, I'm no good at this, I'm a failure, I'm not going to make it. Instead of beating yourself up over the head, stop it. Write down those experiences on paper, analyze them, and see what you are doing wrong. See why you are getting the results that you are getting. There is a reason. And once you understand that, you can change. And once you change, the results will change. It's that simple. But I want to tell you about my daughter. This was around her high school age. My daughter is now 37 years old. So the stuff I'm sharing with you have been time tested and proven to be great. Okay? You're listening to an old wise man, as my son would say. So my daughter was in a medical program that she wanted to graduate in. The teacher pulled her aside halfway through her studies and said to her, I don't think you're going to pass this course. Why don't you drop this course, really? Or why don't you drop it like right now? My daughter was very disappointed. She was very hurt. She was very frustrated. And it was like a slap in her face. It was like somebody stepping on her dreams and saying it's not going to happen. When she came and spoke to me that day, I see the sadness on her face, in her eyes, and the rejection that she was going through. And I asked her one question. She said that I have to quit the course. I said, I have a question for you. I said, are you willing to fail this course 29 times and pass on the 38th times? And you know what she said to me? She said, yes. I said, go and do the course. And she did. And she passed the very first time. And she's still employed today in that field of medicine that she chose. That the teacher told her that she will never be good at. And not only that, she is the tops. I can feel a little tear in my eye. She's the tops in her company, right? She was in her 20s, she was already grossing 60 plus a year, 60 grand plus a year, driving a $40,000 car, right? And all because she learned a very simple lesson. Success is achieved and maintained as you try and keep on trying. If you were to fail at anything that you're doing, don't beat yourself up. Stop it. Just pick yourself up, look in the mirror and say, what did I do wrong? How do I change my results? And just go change your results. A lot of the time the problem is not you. Like in this case, the problem was not my daughter. It's the influence around you that is pulling you down, that is holding you back. Sometimes it could be a very close family member, or sometimes it could be an experience you've had from the past. You have to recognize these things and recognize them for what they are, and you have to let them go. You have to say so long. You have to choose new attitudes and new behaviors, but most of all, you have to believe in yourself. I believe you're going to reach a goal, and go for it. And every time you fall down, you get up. Every time you fail, you do it over again. There are people who have written exams 15, 20 times before they can get that certificate, before they can get their qualifications. But they don't give up. They realize what they did wrong, the areas that they're weakened in, the areas that they need help in, and they get help in those areas. And as you get help in those areas, you're able to move on and be successful. So again, like my daughter, are you willing to fail 29 times and pass on the 30th time? It might surprise you like it surprised her. You might just pass on the first time. Just never give up, okay? So, be successful. Enjoy the journey. Good seeing you today. And we see you again for another story or some other instructions. Okay?